37-year wait is over. American Pharoah is finally the one. American Pharoah has won the Triple Crown.
NBC Sports, home of racing's biggest events, proudly presents the Breeders' Cup World Championships.
This is perfect. The perfect stage for this world-famous race and this magical tale that proves dreams do come true. Hey, don't laugh at the cliche. Just follow the money. Because once upon a time, California Chrome was bred for next to nothing.
California Chrome shines bright.
And now, after a brush with Triple Crown fame, he's brought home more than any other American racehorse in history.
Unbelievable.
Got your attention now? But the hometown favorite isn't the only name they recognize here. There's also the white-haired whisperer going for a three-peat, teaming up with Big Money Mike, who always seems to show up when it matters most.
Arrowgate, the new track record.
And then, of course, the field that makes this race such a singular clash, full of decorated champions, happy to play the roles of fearless challenger. It's all just so perfect. The Hollywood stage, the biggest purse in the game, and a collection of stars and stories chasing the same dream in the California twilight. The Breeders' Cup Classic. Let's go for it, baby.
It's a spectacular Saturday evening in this glorious setting. East of Los Angeles at the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, it's historic Santa Anita Park, where for decades many of America's greatest horses have competed. And this weekend, for the 9th time, this track is hosting the culmination of the thoroughbred racing season worldwide. The 33rd Breeders' Cup World Championships and its signature event, the $6 Million Classic. Every Hollywood story needs a star, and in this race it is California Chrome, winner of the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness in 2014. Tonight, the 5-year-old tries to add to his legacy and cap off a 7-for-7 season. Couldn't ask for anything better as we say good evening and welcome to the packed paddock here at Santa Anita Park. I'm Mike Tirico, glad you're with us for the Classic in primetime on NBC. Post time less than an hour away for this race at the Derby distance, 1.25 miles, open to horses 3 years old and up. Last year, you might remember, this race was the curtain call for the super horse, American Pharoah, who not only ended the 37-year Triple Crown drought, but became the first 3-year-old to win horse racing's Grand Slam, if you will, by adding this race. This evening, California Chrome looks to add the Classic to what is an extraordinary resume of the leading money winner in North American horse racing history. As we check the current odds, the 5-year-old, who's won all 6 of his races this year, currently the 3-5 betting favorite, close behind the second choice Arrowgate, trained by Bob Baffert, who of course trained American Pharoah last year. The rest would be considered long shots at this point as you look down the line, including Effidex. Remember, that horse finished second behind Pharoah in last year's Classic. You look at those names and you don't see the names of Nyquist and Exaggerator or Creator, the winners of this year's Triple Crown races. It's because they've all been retired to stud. And for Nyquist, that was made official on Monday. The Kentucky Derby winner was pre-entered into the Classic, but was withdrawn because of a puffy ankle, and his racing career is over. That's far from the case for California Chrome. A win today would be worth $3.3 million. Add on top of that a $1 million bonus for sweeping the Pacific Classic, the Awesome Again Stakes, and this race. It would bring Chrome's total earnings to nearly $18 million, and that would make him the richest thoroughbred in history. Well, we're not too far from Hollywood. This weekend is a perfect mix of stars, of horses, and Hollywood. And let's check in with our Carolyn Mann, who's standing by with one of those stars. Carolyn.
California Chrome is certainly the entire package, as is the woman that joins me now, Elizabeth Banks. She's an actor, director, producer, and not a bad handicapper. And we have been talking a little bit of strategy here, so I want you to give us the inside scoop. What are you thinking for the Classic?
Well, of course, my heart is with California Chrome here in California, and I love that horse. But I think there's going to be an upset, and I've been feeling like Arrogate is the horse today. And in the last little bit, when I went to the window, I bet Opportunity.
Really?
Yes.
You love to hit those windows. How often have you hit those windows today?
I've been there pretty much every race today. But you know what? My Aunt Vickery is a really good handicapper. She's here with me, and she picked that horse, too.
I know it's a family affair in your family. We're going to write everything that you just said down. Best of luck to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Mike?
You're on the winner or the money-making opportunity. Thanks, Carolyn. Everything in place, 81 degrees, not a cloudless sky as we count down to the Breeders' Cup Classic here on NBC.
Still to come. California Chrome goes for glory once again. But can Arrogate spoil his ride? The stars are out, and Allison Porter takes the mic. The best is yet to come.
You're watching NBC's coverage of the Breeders' Cup World Championships, brought to you by Longines, the official watch and timekeeper of the Breeders' Cup. You can get behind-the-scenes access and join the conversation by following @BreedersCup and using hashtag BC16 across all of your favorite social media channels. Many have been doing that today, whether where you are at home or the upwards of 70,000 who are here at the track at Santa Anita for the 9 Breeders' Cups that have been held here. And this would be very close to a record. The sport alive and well, especially here on Breeders' Cup weekend. As we move towards the classic time now for more on California Chrome, the favorite to capture this title. He's had a unique journey from unlikely star to uncertain future to back on top once again.
People now come up to me and they say, who are you afraid of in the race coming up? And I says, you should be asking the opposition, who are they afraid of? Because we're not afraid of anybody.
Chrome turns to gold. California Chrome wins the Dubai World Cup.
He was a monster in the Dubai World Cup. He was a monster in the Pacific Classic.
One of the greatest performances you'll ever see. California Chrome, unbelievable.
I rode the 2 best horses basically in the world. California Chrome and American Pharoah. There's not even a question about it. California Chrome is the best horse I ever ridden.
California Chrome was never supposed to become a world-class racehorse. He was bred for just $10,000 by 2 working-class guys on their very first try. But he's gone on to win $13.4 million.
California Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby.
I still get chills thinking about it today. You just swell with pride. You bred that horse. You didn't buy him, you bred him. You don't have to spend $1 bazillion to get a good horse.
California Chrome is a furlong from immortality. California Chrome on the outside. It won't be a triple crown this year.
I felt like I had let the people down because I dubbed this horse the people's horse. And people came from around the world to watch this horse run.
California Chrome's luck, it seemed, had run out. His owners soon began to quarrel over his racing schedule. By the summer of 2015, Steve Coburn had sold his stake in the partnership, and Chrome was slumping, having sustained a leg injury and lost significant weight while competing overseas.
I feel really bad for him because he lost a lot of weight. He really looked like anorexic at that point.
The fix for that was to go on a farm and be a horse. And so that's what we did.
He had about 3 months off on the farm. And all of a sudden I could see a big change in him. He was grown up. He looked so much stronger to me physically. And when I started breezing him, I said, wow, he could be the best horse in America. That's what I felt like down deep.
The world's top-ranked racehorse is marching inexorably toward the Breeders' Cup.
California Chrome has won all 6 of his races this year. A victory in the Breeders' Cup Classic would make him the richest horse in the history of thoroughbred racing.
He's been performing better than ever. Even better than when he won all these Triple Crown races.
Bring him on. Let's see who the best horse is. I don't think there's a horse in the country that'll outrun him.
Some amazing comments in that story. And in there you heard from Perry Martin, the owner, and former partner Steve Coburn, 2 men who took a chance on their dream, and they saw it change their lives. So just how impressive was this investment? Let's put it in perspective. Martin and Coburn bred California Chrome for just over $10,000. He now enters this race with more than $13 million in earnings. Let's play along here. Let's say you were in Vegas, took that amount of cash to the blackjack table, let it ride, won 10 straight hands, still be short of Chrome's earnings. What if you had that money in, an Apple stock at its IPO in 1980? Still nowhere close to Chrome, especially if he wins here. But Chrome's greatest value could still come in retirement. As you can see how profitable American Pharaoh has been in the 1 year since he began breeding. Either way you cut it, California Chrome's an all-time positive return on investment. 8 other horses and their connections hoping to knock off the 3-5 favorite. We'll meet some of the other contenders for the Classic as we continue from Santa Anita in a moment. Earlier this week, big stars and top chefs gathered for the 6th annual Taste of the World, an international culinary event. Jockeys, trainers, owners all in attendance, sampling the creations of renowned chefs from around the globe. Enjoy. All a part of the experience here at the 2016 Breeders' Cup World Championships. And the quality of the party matched by the quality of the races. Great races these last couple of days. 18 minutes to post time in the Classic. You know California Chrome's the favorite. What about the contenders? Here's Nick Luck.
Mike, Chrome is getting all this love, and deservedly so. But what about his rivals in this year's Breeders' Cup Classic, who might have more unusual attributes to give them the edge? I've been to the barns here at Santa Anita to find out more. Arrogate, the largest horse in the field, is already connected to racing royalty. He's based here at Santa Anita in American Pharaoh's old stall.
Do you want to give Arrogate any more pressure?
Well, luckily he can't read, but the reason he's in this stall is because he's a very valuable asset.
Arrogate, the new track record.
He actually has the front teeth of a hockey player.
Yeah, look at that.
He'd have to have some serious dental work if he was going to be dating.
And then there's Melatonin. He's the most diminutive horse in the field, but he just might have the biggest heart.
He probably is the least impressive of the whole field, I would think.
To look at.
To look at.
But handsome is as handsome does.
That's exactly right. I don't think size matters at all.
How big a heart does he have?
I've never measured it, but I've seen him in action, and I know it's huge.
While California Chrome is the biggest name in the Classic, it's the name of Russell Cohen's horse that's grabbed the most attention.
FNX, it's a German word that means integrity and efficiency. But unfortunately, some people have interpreted that in regards to my ex-wife. And I have to completely deny that.
Just tell me about this horse's character.
He likes to mess with you. If you're talking next to him and he sees that you're not paying attention, he'll come get you. We call him the Gator because he's always chomping.
One of the many very interesting stories in the supporting cast, but the star of this show is California Chrome. For more on this great horse, to the always winning trifecta combination at the track, Tom Hammond, Jerry Bailey, and Randy Moss. Gentlemen.
All right, Mike, and welcome. You're about to see a superstar in action. California Chrome, I've been calling him the best horse in the world all season. How good is he?
I think I would call him great. I think his accomplishments speak for themselves. He won our most important race, the Kentucky Derby. He won the world's richest race, the Dubai World Cup. And he brings it every time, just like Usain Bolt, Michael Phelps, even the New England Patriots. You expect him to win, and they usually do.
All three of us were at Santa Anita for his last race. We called him the greatest horse in the world before the race. After the race, we were even more glowing in our praise. There's no reason to go back on that now. Doesn't make him unbeatable today, but he deserves to be the heavy favorite.
Let's take a look at how they'll line up in the starting gate then for the $6 million Breeders' Cup Classic at the Derby distance of 1.25 miles. Number 1 F&X, second in the Classic last year and winner this year of the Suburban. Number 2 Frosted, winner of the Met Mile in Whitney. Number 3 Keen Ice, who took the Travers last year but 0 for 6 cents. Number 4 is California Chrome, unbeaten in 6 starts this year, winner of the Derby and Preakness in 2014. Number 5 is Win the Space, third in the Awesome again. Number 6 Melatonin, who took the Gold Cup at Santa Anita. Number 7 War Story takes a big step up. He has 1 win this year. 8 was scratched. Number 9 Opportunity, winner of the Jockey Club Gold Cup. Number 10 is Arrogate, 4 wins and 5 starts, including the Travers in track record time. So that's how they'll line up in the gate for the Classic today, and no question the biggest challenge to Chrome would be Arrogate.
Yeah, let's remember a couple of years ago, Chrome went into the Breeders' Cup Classic and was third. The guy that beat him, he had white hair and his name was Bob Baffert. He had Bayern. This year, he's got another pretty good horse.
Arrogate in the Travers Stakes, Tom, ran a faster race than California Chrome has ever run, but that was on the lead. That was against 3-year-olds. Now he's going to have the determination to do it from a little off the pace probably to catch California Chrome and go by him. It's a completely different ball of wax. Bob Baffert is the subject of our Daily Racing Form Formulator fact. He could become the first trainer to win 3 Breeders' Cup Classics. And in his case, Tom, it would be consecutive. Bayern in 2014, American Pharoah last year, and now he's trying with Arrogate here.
And there's the crowd scene in the paddock as the horses for the Classic approach that crowded gathering, and soon we'll have riders up. Some celebrities with their picks as they arrived at the Breeders' Cup on the purple carpet. And you know the jockeys here deserve purple carpet of their own. Look at some of these accomplishments. Victor Espinoza, of course, won the Triple Crown last year on American Pharoah. Mike Smith, 3 times a Classic winner. And Joel Rosario, you'll remember he won the Kentucky Derby in 2013 aboard Orb. There is the scene in the paddock. Churchill's Downs at Santa Anita, I should say, as they jockeys now make their way out of the jockeys room. And there's Mike Smith. And let's see if Lafitte can grab him.
And intercept. Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith rides Arrogate this afternoon. Mike, Arrogate drawn to the outside of California Chrome. How does that affect your approach and strategy?
Well, I mean, good Lord's willing, he'll jump well, like he did for me at Saratoga and the Travers. And if he does, you know, I'll certainly get him out of there and see where we're at, see where California Chrome's at, see where all the competition's at. But being on the outside, I'm able to take a good long look, and I don't have to worry about getting, you know, buried down in there. So, but I'll come away from there running.
But this is California Chrome you're facing. This is only Arrogate's 6th race. He hasn't raced in over 2 months. Why should anybody believe that Arrogate can upset California Chrome this afternoon?
He's a young LeBron James, man. He's extremely talented, extremely talented. What he lacks in inexperience, he gains in talent. The 10 hole's a good hole for him. You know, I don't have to worry about getting jostled around. Like I said, hopefully we jump well, and we'll get him out of there and see where we're at.
What would a 4th Breeders' Cup Classic win mean in your Hall of Fame career?
Be incredible. Incredible.
Thanks for the time. Good luck today, Mike.
Thank you.
Tom?
All right, Mike Smith wearing the Juddmonte Farm colors of Arrogate. And he is capable, certainly, but he says this is a good horse, but you take a look at California Chrome and that muscular 5-year-old body of his. And let's talk about our Ascension Jet Perfect Trip.
Well, in the Awesome Again Stakes, California Chrome's most recent win, He went racehorse time through the middle parts of the race, opened up clearly on Dorman, and look at how easily he wins. That's pretty perfect if you ask me.
And in the Travers, Arrogate didn't necessarily have a perfect trip early. He was hustled hard by Mike Smith, but look at his close. He ran the fastest Travers Stakes in the 147-year history of the race.
That's our Ascension Jet perfect trip. And all the horses in the Classic looking for that perfect trip today here at Santa Anita. Beautiful time of day. The sun's starting to go down. Crowded paddock as the horses make a turn there in the walking ring. Soon they'll order riders up and they'll be heading to the track for the Classic. The San Gabriel Mountains in the twilight here at Santa Anita, hosting the Breeders' Cup for the 9th time, a record. And here are John Deere track and weather conditions. Beautiful afternoon, and you see the purse $6 million for the Classic as we have the call to the post.
The best is yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, now to sing The Best Is Yet to Come, please direct your attention to the apron stage and welcome the recently crowned winner of NBC's The Voice Season 10, Alison Porter.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till I live to May. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day of mine. Oh, yeah. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. Well, you think you've flown before, but baby, you ain't seen the ground. Oh. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. Ain't nothing like it here. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come. Gonna drink that cup
The best is yet to come as the post time approaches for the Classic. The horses on the track post parade, brought to you by Daily Racing Form. Number 1 FNX could be the richest New York bred of all time with a win today. He was second to American Pharaoh in the Classic last year. Jimmy Jerkins aims for his 3rd Breeders' Cup win. Number 2 Frosted, spectacular in the Met Mile, then winner of the Whitney and a close 3rd in the Woodward. He's earned nearly $4 million for Godolphin and Kieran McLaughlin, who won the 2006 Classic with Invasor. Number 3 Keen Ice, his biggest moment came with the upset of American Pharaoh in last year's Travers, but he hasn't won a race since. He was 8th behind Chrome in the Dubai World Cup. Number 4 California Chrome, one of those stories you find only in Hollywood scripts and in horse racing. A rather obscure California bred with novice breeders owners who invested $10,000, trained by a 79-year-old who never had a horse close to this talent before. A win today puts him at $17.7 million. Number 5 is Win the Space, a big long shot. He's chased Chrome in his last 3 starts. Gary Stevens aboard him. Number 6, Melatonin, who was away from the races for about 18 months, starting in 2014 with a serious neurological disease. He's won 3 of 4 this year, including the Gold Cup here at Santa Anita 133 days ago. 7 is War Story, draws a tough assignment today, beaten 22 lengths by Chrome in the Pacific Classic. Number 8, Shaman Ghost, was scratched. Number 9 is Opportunity, the hard-knocking winner of nearly $4 million. Coming off a victory in the Jockey Club Gold Cup at Belmont, Bob Baffert would be the first trainer to win the Classic 3 straight years. And the other Baffert horse, number 10, is Arrogate, given time to grow into his frame by Baffert. He didn't race at 2, made his debut this April, then was 3rd, but he has won his next 4, including that brilliant Travers, a $560,000 Keeneland yearling. His name means to take something in a way that is not fair. If he wins, it'll be fair and square, I predict. And that is the field for the Classic. We checked with our handicappers.
Tom, everybody from Maine to Spain believes this is a 2-horse race. California Chrome and Arrogate. Do you, Ed Olcher?
I do. I do. I think we will see a match race from the half-mile hole home. I'm going to go with Arrogate. Numi had him in the Travers, obviously not the same price. To me, what will Melatonin do, the 6-horse? That to me is the key, because I think he's going to get the lead. Now, does California Chrome, when he comes out of the gate, does he carry Melatonin out into the 5 or 6 path? And then what does Mike Smith do with Arrogate? I'm going to say with Arrogate.
All right, I made a pilgrimage to Del Mar, home of next year's Breeders' Cup, by the way, with my wife, to see California Chrome up close and personal, Pacific Classic. He was, in a word, awesome in that race. I expect the same in about 10 minutes. Call me a chromie, Tom Hammond.
All right, there is Victor Espinoza and California Chrome. And of course, last year, Victor celebrated American Pharaoh's Classic victory. Now he's ready for an encore. Mike Smith hopes to add to his Breeders' Cup leading totals on Arrogate. And Joel Rosario knows his mount, Frosted, is capable of a huge performance. The Classic is coming up.
It all starts with the flowers. 10,000 flowers. Over 3 days and nights, they're all sewn and stitched together into 13 garlands. So far this weekend, 12 have already been draped across the backs of a dozen different champions. Now, just 1 garland remains, set to be given, at least arguably, to the best racehorse in the world.
California Chrome shines bright!
California Chrome is the sentimental choice, sure, but also the stone-cold favorite at every betting window. Then there's the figure well acquainted with history.
A horse of a lifetime!
Today hoping to become the first trainer to win this race 3 years in a row. As always in the Breeders' Cup Classic, it's a field full of decorated champions, all here to catch the richest prize in American racing. And just moments from now, the flowers will say it all.
And to be done with as good a spotlight and backdrop as you can have, the golden hour here in the Golden State as the sun sets on this first Saturday of November and we move closer to race time here for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Horse racing is so rich in storytelling, and from the railbirds to the rich, there's a lot to love about California Chrome. After all, this is a horse that has come from very meager beginnings to now $1 million status. That's why all these fans that love this horse so much, the Chromies, are here to see if there is a 7 for 7 perfect season in line for California Chrome, or if one of the other contenders, maybe Arrogate, can come and write the last line of this thoroughbred season. As we get close to race time, once again, here's Tom Hammond.
All right, Mike, and the Chromies are going to the windows to bet on their favorite today, as California Chrome is the 4-5 favorite. Arrogate is at 9-5 and 8-1 on Frosted, or any of the long shots. Take your pick. There is California Chrome with Victor Espinoza. Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, thanks, Tom. I'm with Art Sherman. He says he doesn't want to talk right now about the fact he could be just minutes away from having the richest racehorse ever. But as far as getting ready to talk about your feelings right now, are you just as nervous as ever, or you feel really confident right now?
Well, I get nervous when they get in the gate. You know, it's a very important, the first 70 yards out of there. So if my horse breaks and he's up in contention, I'll feel really well.
Good luck to you, Art.
Thank you.
Spoken like a true ex-jockey, wasn't it, Tom?
It was indeed, and one of the great guys in racing, one of the real nice guys, and how great is it for him to have a horse of this caliber at 79 years old?
Oh, it's great. He's an ambassador of the sport. He's always available for the press, and he tells you how he feels. Look at California Chrome's won 15 races. 11 of those have been off the lead. Second, third, fourth. 4 of them have been on the lead. His most impressive last 2. So if they go out really fast, if a horse like Melatonin goes out really fast, Chrome can ease back into second, park outside of him, and then he can pounce again. He's equally effective laying second or third as he is on the lead, but I think he will be on the lead.
His versatility is one of his keys, but the point that Art Sherman made is very important. There have been times that California Chrome, especially early in his career, didn't break very well from the gate. And if he gets behind horses and gets dirt in his face in the past, he has not reacted to it well. That's the worst case scenario.
But those times are long ago. He's been so professional of late that's really a non-factor anymore.
I think he'll be in front.
I do too.
Let's go to Donna.
Well, you guys, those are all very good points, but Victor Espinosa and California Chrome certainly have the answer. And judging from the warm-up, I think Victor Espinosa's plan is to let him settle off of the pace that he's hoping Arrogate sets and possibly have Melatonin go out there and press the pace. He galloped him over to the backside and then just stood there for 2, 3, 4 minutes and then walked him all the way back over here to the front side. Never got into a jog again after that, and it's just kept him quiet. So judging from the warm-up, Jerry, I think he goes to the off-the-pace strategy.
And we'll see shortly. And of course, Arrogate has finished his warm-up too as we go to Eddie.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much. I'm here with Bob Baffert. The other day when we scheduled this interview, you said, come find me. I'll be the guy sweating. You don't look like you're sweating.
Oh, inside I'm in knots, believe me.
What about the tactics from the post position number 10 with obviously the speed to the inside?
You know what? I left it up to Mike. I just told Mike, you know what? If he's ready, you know, he'll run big. We don't know how good he is, but I left it completely up to Mike. If he wants to send him, sit off, whatever, Mike's got complete control.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Back to you, Tom.
All right, Eddie, and why not leave it to Mike, the greatest jockey in Breeders' Cup history?
Well, Tom, Bob Baffert's trying to do exactly the same thing this year with Arrogate that he did last year with American Pharoah. Run in the Travers and then wait 10 weeks and freshen him for the Breeders' Cup Classic. American Pharoah lost the Travers, Arrogate won it. It certainly worked last year. I may be wrong. I don't think Arrogate has California Chrome's early speed. I really don't. So I think if he wins today, it'll have to be from second or maybe third, but I think he'll have to do it from off the pace and go around a little.
And Mike doesn't have to. He's got post 10 outside Chrome, so he can just sit and hunt it. He's going to be the hunter, I believe. Even if it's Melatonin on the lead, I don't think Mike runs Arrogate off his feet. He's going to get him in that long rhythm, wherever he is, first, second, or third, probably second or third, just like he did in the Travers, and expect that kind of performance.
And there is Chrome approaching the starting gate.
Wouldn't it be special if we saw the same sort of race we did yesterday with Beholder and Songbird in the distaff with California Chrome and Arrogate?
One of the great races, and this has that potential.
There is a horse in here, a gray horse named Frosted, who ran a special race at a mile now, a much shorter distance earlier in the year. He's also got speed, but not likely to use it early because at a mile and a quarter, he's a little suspect of getting that far.
Tactics are interesting.
California Chrome is still a little washy.
Tom, they say I'll play it off the break. Listen, I've won 5 of these things. I know when they break, these jocks are going to around, but Victor is going to get Chrome out of there early. He'll make decisions.
All right, with the 6th Breeders' Cup Classic, here's Larry Colmus.
Thank you, Tom. Just waiting for Arrogate to come forward. We'll be ready for a start here. He steps up to the outside stall. They're all in line and ready for the start. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. California Chrome and Arrogate both had great starts, and California Chrome goes right to the front. FNX on the inside is not far behind, and then it's Melatonin. Arrogate's going to sit off the pace. He's just to the outside of Frosted early on. He's 4 lengths off of California Chrome, and then it's Win the Space, Keen Eyes Opportunity, and Horror Story. The long shot is last as California Chrome runs past the stands for the first time and heads through an opening quarter mile of 23 1/5 seconds. California Chrome, the leader. Melatonin sticks to him on the outside. Frosted rides the rail, and there goes Arrowgate 3 wide, and now he takes third, and now he's only 2 lengths off of California Chrome. FNX is a close-up 5th, and it's 5 lengths to Keen Ice. Win the Space is next, and then Opportunity and War Story. The half mile was an easy one for California Chrome. 47 seconds flat. And Victor Espinoza and California Chrome head up the backstretch at Santa Anita, trying to complete this perfect season of the Breeders' Cup Classic. They've got a 2-length lead here. Melatonin is now a little bit farther behind than he was as California Chrome just gets away, moving for the far turn. Arrowgate is now 3.5 lengths off of his foe California Chrome, who has led every step of the way so far. Around the far turn, 3/4 up in 1:10 and 4. It has picked up a bit. And Victor Espinoza and California Chrome have a 2.5 length lead. And Mike Smith lets Arrowgate loose. And here he comes. He's going to try to make a race of it with a 1/4 mile to run. And they're into the stretch. And California Chrome comes roaring home with Arrowgate coming after him on the outside. A furlong to run. California Chrome put to the test. Arrowgate full out. Can he stick with it? California Chrome. Arrowgate still coming. California Chrome. Arrowgate steals the show in the Breeders' Cup Classic. He has defeated California Chrome under Mike Smith in his 25th Breeders' Cup score.
Wow! Youth is served as Arrowgate beats Art Sherman's California Chrome. The 3-year-old engaged in a duel with California Chrome, the 5-year-old, down the stretch, and it was Arrowgate that prevailed, giving Bob Baffert a record 3rd straight victory in the Classic.
I think Victor got the trip he wanted on California Chrome. I think he got a moderate pace. He got to take the lead. He was very comfortable. I think Mike Smith got the race he wanted. He let Arrowgate settle down the stretch the first time. I thought he was in a little trouble down the backside, but he certainly finished so strong to get him down the stretch.
Eddie.
Hey, Tom, thank you very much. Bob?
Wow, that's like I say is wow. You know, Mike Smith, that's what we call him, Big Money Mike. I was a little bit worried down the backside. He's giving him.
What was worrying about it?
He's just loping around, you know, and so. But that's the way he works in the mornings. And I was thinking, man, I hope I haven't fit enough because he's going to have to run hard. I thought there was no chance turning for home he could catch Chrome because Chrome is, you know, such a great horse. And it takes a lot to get me excited. That was some race.
And where did you think that you had a shot?
That last 20 yards. I mean, I saw him coming on, and this horse, you know, he was getting, you know, Chrome was on his belly. This horse is just learning how to run, and what a great race. I'm just glad I'm on the top end of it. California Chrome, he's a champion. I was surprised I beat him. You know, I didn't think I could beat him going in.
3rd straight Breeders' Cup Classic. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Eddie.
Let's go to Kenny Rice.
All right, thank you, Eddie. I'm with Art Sherman. Art, what a great year it's been. It was so close. Just your feelings right now.
Well, you know, they were both road. We saw 2 champions run. You know, what can I say? We got outrun on the fair. Had no excuses. He run his eyeballs out. You know, all horses get beat, but he's still my best horse I ever had.
He's been a horse of a lifetime, you said. What's this mean to you, this campaign that he's had this year?
Unbelievable. You know, we're on the trail for the Pegasus race, and that's probably going to be his last race before the breeding shed. So we're looking forward. You know, he won 6 in a row. It's hard to keep going and winning every race, you know, but this was a great race. This was really a great race.
You're a great gentleman. Thank you for your time, Art. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Donna.
I'm with Mike Smith, who has said about 3 prayers of gratitude since we've pulled up over here. Mike, just talk to me about how blessed you feel right now.
Extremely, man. Sometimes I wonder if it's worthy, but it just makes me want to be a better person.
Your 25th Breeders' Cup win. You already held the record in the Classic with 3. Now you have 4. This race looked like it was going to be a great race, and it didn't disappoint anyone. Talk to me about that stretch run with California Chrome.
Incredible horse, California Chrome. He actually kicked away from me, but this horse has such stamina for such a young 3-year-old. He's relentless. He never stops coming at you. I mean, look at him. He's bouncing right now. It's like he just got warmed up.
Mike, you didn't win by very far. Did you feel like you had California Chrome in your sights throughout the stretch run?
You never feel that with California Chrome in front of you because, you know, he'll dig. And he got away from me for a little bit there, and that's when I was concerned. I went left-handed, gave him a few reminders left-handed, and went back right to surprise him. And when I did that, man, he gave me another jump, and that was what got us on by.
He's still a young horse, so he needs guidance from his rider.
Exactly. You know, he's not used to these huge crowds and everything, but what a talent. What a talent. Baby LeBron, I call him.
Baby LeBron, good name for him. On the gallop out, you said he didn't even draw a deep breath of air. He doesn't look tired at all right now. How good is this horse, Mike?
He's just got so much talent, like I said, like LeBron James, and he's just full of talent, big, strong. He can go all day. I mean, I'm telling you, we could have went around again, Don.
Does this take the sting out of the distaff defeat yesterday when you were second with Songbird to Beholder?
That's my girl. You know, that'll never take the sting out, but I was very proud of her. She doesn't know she got beat. Her body was in front, her neck wasn't long enough.
You're still her boyfriend, as you told me yesterday.
I hope she don't dump me.
All right, well done, Mike. Let's go to Nick Luck.
And Donna, I'm with Victor Espinoza, who rode California Chrome once again. Victor, you've been beaten today in an epic horse race. How close to the very best California Chrome was that performance?
That was great. I'm so proud of him. He ran a big race. I was looking at the replay right now, and maybe I should have just let it run a little bit early. But, you know, it's one of those things. You know, after you get beat, then you come to analyze a lot of things. But you know what? Nevertheless, he's the best horse, and I'm really proud of him the way he ran today. And
just explain to us why he means so much to you personally, this horse.
Because it means a lot to me, California Chrome, because we've been ups and downs, and you know, it's like my career. When I was down and he come back again and be successful, it's like California Chrome. You know, he gets beat and he gets down and he come back again and he comes to be the greatest horse ever.
And through the race, were you always happy until the very last stride?
Yeah, I was really comfortable. He was cruising around the lead. I thought it was somebody else going to go, and maybe I sit back. But he break right in the lead, and I said, okay, just let it run in there. You know, and normally I let it run by the 3/8 pole, but I was all by myself in there, and I said, okay, maybe I just wait a little bit longer, and maybe I could have made that mistake. But hey, you know what? He ran a big race, and hopefully for the next time.
It was a wonderful horse race, if there can be. It was a glorious defeat, Victor. Well done.
Thank you, guys.
Tom.
All right, Nick, winners and losers, all gracious, and why not after a performance like that from California Chrome and the winner, Arrogate.
Well, Tom, I can't fault Victor Espinoza's ride. California Chrome has this spurt of energy, this acceleration whenever he's asked at the top of the stretch, and he showed it there. That's why Espinoza and Baffer thought he was getting away a little bit. I thought Chrome ran as good or better today than he's run all year long, and Arrogate just ran him down from the 3-path on the first turn, from 3rd or 4th place at one point. An amazing performance by Arrogate.
I think one of the big points is Mike Smith is so calm, and he's so used to these big moments that he let Arrogate find his own stride. He didn't run him off his feet. It took him over a half a mile to find that. And yes, I think Bob Baffer was right. It looked like he wasn't going to get in halfway down the backside, but last quarter of a mile, he certainly kicked in.
Bob said he thought Arrogate had no chance at the top of the stretch. If Jerry and I could have bet halfway down the back stretch, we'd be looking for an ATM machine right now. We thought California Chrome was an absolute cinch. The easy pace he was getting away with.
The range of emotions and what was a terrific rendition of the Breeders' Cup Classic. Arrogate the winner in the Juddmonte Farm colors of Saudi Prince Khalid Abdullah. The 3-year-old colt by Unbridled Song from Bumper by Distorted Humor, bred in Kentucky by Clear Sky Farms and sold at Keeneland for $560,000. Arrogate, a star of the future. And for Mike Smith, 25 Breeders' Cup wins. You're watching NBC's coverage of the Breeders' Cup World Championships, brought to you by Twin Spires. Pick a winner and wager today at twinspires.com. Twilight now at Santa Anita after an epic Breeders' Cup Classic. Here are Twin Spires payouts with Arrogate paying $540, California Chrome second. Keen Ice got up for third. You see the exacta and trifectas in our complete order of finish. And not only did Bob Baffert win 3 years in a row, he wins with 3-year-olds. The first time that's ever happened. Mike Smith with his 4th Classic victory. The first Travers winner to take the Breeders' Cup Classic. Let's go to Mike.
Tom, thank you. A lot of buzz down here, obviously, after the win by Arrogate, and the hardware to show for it now. We'll begin with Juan Carlos Capelli from Longines with a presentation.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, fantastic race. Very proud.
Garrett O'Rourke representing Judmont Farms here with that watch. I'll ask you to hand that back because Belinda Stronick representing Santa Anita has a beautiful trophy to pass along.
Congratulations.
This is great. This feels beautiful.
Garrett, what does this mean to not only win the Classic, but to beat California Chrome in this race?
Well, first of all, I'd like to just pass on an awful lot of our admiration for California Chrome and what a fantastic race. I think we have a very exceptional horse that we're very proud of, but that's what it took to beat California Chrome today, and we obviously didn't do it until about the last 10 yards, and I don't think I've been on the ground since then.
And 3 in a row for that man right over there, Bob Baffert. What can you say about Bob?
He's very, very special. That's why we came here, was to get trophies like this, and I'm also going to pass on the same accolade to Mike Smith, who I think now has ridden 10 Grade 1 winners from 15 or 16 Grade 1 rides ever for Judmont, and that's pretty special.
And caps off a spectacular Breeders' Cup weekend as well. Congratulations to you and all involved with Arrogate, winner of the 2016 Breeders' Cup Classic. Tom, back to you.
All right, Mike, a perfect ending to what was really a tremendous rendition of the Breeders' Cup. 33rd one was one to remember.
High expectations, and I wasn't let down by yesterday or today's result. I can't wait for a rematch.
Chromies shouldn't hang their heads, Tom. Based on the running time of this race, California Chrome ran the best race of his life, and Arrogate still ran him down.
All right, Arrogate, the winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic. Special thanks to Equibase, the industry's official database for thoroughbred racing information. Coming up next on NBC, it's Dateline. And later tonight, it's an all-new Saturday Night Live. January 28th, horse racing returns to NBC with the world's richest thoroughbred race, the inaugural running of the $12 million Pegasus World Cup Invitational. So for our entire NBC Sports crew, this is Tom Hammond saying so long from the 2016 Breeders' Cup World Championships at Santa Anita. Arrogate and Mike Smith the winner.